Welcome to DIY Saturday with me, your host, Shundara. Hey, all you savvy naturalistas. Welcome to DIY Saturday. Today, we're making a lovely peppermint Christmas bath bombs. I really hope you guys enjoyed the last DIY. I know I didn't talk about my camera a lot in that DIY, which I really don't understand why I didn't. Normally I tell you guys that stuff. But yeah, my camera was broke. But ironically, make sure you watch that video. I just feel like I have to discuss it for like forever because that camera, oh. So I'll probably link that video at the end of this video so you guys can watch it. The whole camera fiasco is still just like, but anyways, I really hope you are enjoying this mint series because I just really love mint. Like I mentioned in the last video, I just like mint. I really love it so much. It just makes me happy. It's calming, it's cooling, it's exhilarating, it's a tingle. So today, like I said, we're making Christmas mint bath bombs. So let's get into the major ingredients you will need for this easy DIY. You will need citric acid. You could probably find citric acid anywhere. I've seen it at Walmart. And you know what? If you don't find it at Walmart, you could just like let Walmart know. And 9 out of 10, they will probably start selling it if it gets enough people to buy it. They probably will if you cannot find it at your local Walmart. If not, you can buy it at Amazon with the recipe. I do leave the link, all the links down below, you guys. And we are using gel food coloring because these are to give away as gifts, okay? This is the gift giving season, so you're just gonna use gel food coloring. It's just so easy. So let's get into the second major ingredient you'll need for this DIY. You will need peppermint essential oils, which you can find anywhere. You can use any peppermint essential oils. Most of them are good quality. Most brands are good quality. I don't want to bash brands. I mean, if you're in forums like me or groups, you know what people say, but most are good quality, in my opinion. So, you guys, let's go make this easy Christmas bath bomb gift. Okay, you guys, so we're going to make our minty bath bombs. So this recipe is really heavy dense, so I really want to get into it. So let's go over the ingredients and we'll talk about the bowl because that's just a whole nother story. You will need citric acid. I have a lot of citric acid here. I have this one we're going to use, and we're going to use this citric acid. You will need coconut oil or any type of oil you're going to need. Use whichever you prefer. You can use canola oil. You will need kaolin clay. Any type. If you don't have kaolin clay, because we are coloring these beautiful bath bombs, you can use bentonite clay if you don't have kaolin clay. You will need baking soda because without baking soda and citric acid, you will not have a bath bomb. So you will need those two major ingredients. You will need Miracle Glow oil, which you can find at savvynaturalista.com. Remember, we are revamping Miracle Glow oil. And you will need sodium lauryl sulfate. You can find this anywhere. Remember in my last video I did where we did the Lush style bath bombs, so I added sodium lauryl sulfate. So you will need sodium lauryl sulfate. You can find this at Amazon. I'll leave links down on the blog, you guys. I leave all the links down. You will need peppermint because these are like Christmas bath bombs, so you will need peppermint. You will need food gel coloring. This is old looking and really embarrassing, and I'm sorry you guys, but we've been using it a lot because we're doing gifts. So you will need old Nice looking. These look bad. I'm sorry, you guys. I used them a lot to do this recipe, so that's why they look bad. But, but you will need food gel or any type of food coloring. If you don't have food coloring, you can use micas or any type of coloring you do have. It's not a big deal. You can use any type of coloring. And you will also need a mold. And I'm using this mold. If you don't, you can honestly use muffin tins that you can get at the 99-cent store, you guys. I've used those too. As a matter of fact, I kind of want to use them right now for this recipe. It looks like it'll be easier. So we may not be using this one. We will be using these because when I first did this project, I actually did use these to test the recipe. So we'll probably use these because they came out cuter. So let's get started on this tutorial. You will need 2 cups of baking soda, you guys. 2 cups of baking soda. Ooh. And I suggest you wear a mask for this. It gets in the air and everywhere. And you will need about a cup of citric acid. Now, just a big cup of citric acid. Now, because I'm not really, and you will need, this is a 1/8 of a cup, and 1/8 of a cup is 2 tablespoons to be exact. But because I'm gonna do 2 1/8 of a cup, which is 4 tablespoons, which is probably the whole container at this point. So yeah. So you want to mix this mixture all together, you guys. So make sure you mix it really, really well. We're getting the clumps out. You could sift this through a fine sift strainer if you want it to look pretty, but because, oh wait, before we do this, just make sure you mix this together and then we'll get to adding the sodium lauryl sulfate. I use sodium lauryl sulfate. If I'm saying sulfate, it's sulfate that I'm using. Please forgive me if I said that because boy, some of y'all get on me if I do one thing wrong. Forgive me if I said sodium lauryl sulfate. So you guys, here's this mixture. It's all mixed together, and so we're going to add our sodium lauryl sulfate. Now, if you want to get the clumps out, you can. These are just to show you guys how to do it, and these are made for gifts, okay? If you're giving them away as gifts, people really don't mind. So we're gonna take that 1/8 of a cup, which is 2 tablespoons, and I'm gonna hold my breath real quick, and I'm gonna add this stuff because this stuff will choke me up. I gotta put it in the other bag, you guys. I have to double bag this stuff. This stuff is no joke. I'll double bag it later. So yeah, so you want to mix this in. I'm gonna hold my breath again, and we're gonna mix this. And you want to make sure you get all the clumps out, you guys. Just make sure all those clumps are out. Oh, I'm about to choke. Woo! Okay, so now that that's mixed together and it looks like so, we're going to add our Miracle Glow oil, which you can find at savvynaturalista.com. And always remember, Miracle Glow is getting an upgrade next year. I'm so excited. So you want to add 10 to 20 drops of Miracle Glow oil. And also, you guys, now let's talk about this bowl a little bit. I'll probably talk about it once we get into it. You want to add about 10 to 20 drops of EO. Of course, I forgot to pip it again, but it's 10 to 20 drops. So I'm just doing 2 capfuls. So forgive me, you guys. Probably do another capful because these have to be really, really minty. Moist and minty. So you want to stir that in. It should get ease some of that, what's it called? the sodium lauryl sulfate in this mixture. Now, sodium lauryl sulfate is a little, it's sodium lauryl sulfate and sodium lauryl sulfate, if you guys want to know the difference. One is harsher on the skin and one is less harsh on the skin because it's it comes from a natural coconut base or derivative. I forgot how you say it, but it's excuse me if I'm mispronouncing it, but it comes from a coconut derivative. So that's where it comes from. Is this nice and smell? I need some more. So it comes from that type of coconut base. So what you do, and the other one, sodium lauryl sulfate, comes from a harsher base on, and it comes from not a natural base. Sorry, you guys, not a natural base. It doesn't come from a coconut. It's processed differently. Sodium lauryl sulfate is harsher on the skin, and sodium lauryl sulfate is less harsh on the skin. So that's the difference between the two, if you've ever wanted to know. So that's just to let you know. I probably mentioned this in another video, but that's how it works. It's less harsh on the skin, and it's much nicer on the skin. Sodium lauryl sulfate is much nicer, and the sodium lauryl sulfate is just such a tongue twister. Sodium lauryl sulfate and sodium lauryl sulfate, that's why I get so confused when explaining them both, because they really have like the same letters all the way up until the last 4 or 5 letters in the sulfate and sulfate. So you guys, it's really hard for me to say it. But once your mixture is mixed with your Miracle Glow oil and it's all mixed with your peppermint oil, you want to add your coconut oil. Now, I suggest you start off with 2 tablespoons of coconut oil and work your way from that, because you don't want to use too much and you don't want to use too little, depending on what environment you live. For instance, if you live in a humid environment, you tend to need less of it. So once you add that to your mixture, you want to mix it all together, and we'll probably need just a little bit more, but I don't like to add too much just in case. So let's start off with 4 tablespoons, and right now it's pretty humid here. Why? I don't know. So I have to be very careful, but at this point it looks like 4 tablespoons of the mixture is working perfectly. So now what we're gonna do is divide this mixture into 2 batches. So we're gonna have 1 batch in one bowl and 1 batch in another bowl. Of course, because I lost my other bowl, we're gonna have to use another funny looking bowl just like this. So let's get into this. So what you wanna do is take about 2 cups of your mixture, because you want to half and halve it so you have enough for 2. So I would take 2 cups of that mixture and put it in a separate bowl, and now we're going to color it. So we have 2 bowls, so one is going to be red and one is going to be green. And so this is where your food gel coloring comes in, and you just take a teaspoon of it or a toothpick, you dig it in there like that, and you should get off a little bit off of it, and you add it to it. It's a little sticky right now, but you add it to it and you mix it in just like that. And then you do the same for the green one, of course. And once they're mixed, both mixed real thoroughly, you add them. You want to mix it together, and once it's mixed really nice, like a beautiful red color that it should be, then you want to add your you want to do the green. Now you guys, this bowl is so frustrating me because I was doing the sugar scrub last week, you guys of course know, and I had set it on the ledge and it just broke. So the glass bowl broke, so I need to go and get a new one, which really makes me sad because I really like that bowl. So it upsets me so. Now, if you just want to do these white, which I'm kind of wishing I did because they would probably look pretty just white, you could do them white. It's up to you, but just add that food gel coloring, the green kind, to the other mixture. Mixing it nicely, starting to look a lot like Christmas. Almost, at least. So yeah. Or if you know what, if you guys don't have gel food coloring, the red kind, you can use what could you use? You could use matcha green tea. Works perfectly. So now we're going to layer these babies in this beautiful, lovely muffin tin containers that you can buy at the 99-cent store, which I got these. But as we're layering, you want to add it just like you want to add your witch hazel. So all you do is pour a little witch hazel in it just like that. Mix it together just like that. And just do that just like that. No, now I kind of want this. I think this will look cuter. You guys bear with me. I'm a Libra. We get confused sometimes. We just do that. That's how we are. So there we go. So you just put it together just like that. And now once you do that, then you add your witch hazel like this to the green. You mix it together just like that, and you layer it. So I'm gonna layer these, and we'll be back once they dry to unmold. See you in a bit, guys. We're back, you guys, and now we're about to unmold our peppermint bath bombs. So let's take out a few. Oh, look how lovely they look, you guys. Look at how pretty they are. Aren't they just lovely? Let's take out another one. Oh, these are just beautiful. Look at this. Look how beautiful they look, guys. Aren't they just amazing? Look how lovely they look. I love the contrast of colors. They are just so lovely. And now I did 2 of these, of course, because you guys know I was kind of confused on what to do. So let's just pop these open. Oh, look how beautiful. Look at this, how lovely they are. Oh my God, just amazing. Let's do another one. Well, I only did 2, so let's just do the 2. So those are our peppermint mani bombs. I'm gonna unmold the rest and photograph them. I really hope you enjoyed this DIY. Make sure you pick up Miracle Glow Oil at savvynaturalista.com. Remember, we are revamping it and we're adding lots of extras to it, which I'm really excited for. So I hope you guys enjoy the revamp. Please make sure you guys are following me on Instagram because I will be doing a lot of videos next year with Miracle Glow Oil. I really hope you enjoyed this DIY. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in our next DIY Saturday. Bye, you guys.